Welcome back to the 5-7 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Pre, and today I'm going to talk about the, general public discourse that's going on across the world in the United States. Things are starting to get a little crazy. Now, COVID-19 started in China, and it has moved across Europe, and Italy has quarantined itself. The United States is bracing for the impacts of the virus. There are, it seems like people are making a run on toilet paper and hand sanitizer. So a lot of stores are running low on these things. Now, I generally tell people not to panic. This isn't something like as soon as you get it, you've got 4 days to live or something like that. Okay. There have been 140,000 cases of COVID-19 across the entire planet, and there have been 70,000 people that have recovered from it. Out of those people, there have also been 5,000 deaths. Okay. I believe in 2017 to 2018, the flu season that year, I think it killed 20 to 60,000 people. So, I don't think that it's time to sound the alarms. I think it's time to take some precaution. Yeah, definitely. Wash your hands, clean your home. When you get to work, clean your work area, your general work area with disinfectant. Watch where you touch, where you place things, door handles and such. Keep an eye on these things, but I don't think that it's time to sound the panic alarm yet. The NCAA has canceled their men's and women's basketball tournament. The NBA has suspended their season for at least a month. The NHL has done the same. I don't believe the NHL said how long their season was going to be down for, but I do agree that we should take these precautions in limiting, people being out and spreading the virus. But at the same time, it's not time to get into our bunkers and stop living. Now, if you are out and you are worried about the state of affairs and where things are trending, don't worry if you don't get any hand sanitizer, okay? Because that isn't going to be the all end all to to ruin your cleaning procedures or for your daily hygiene, okay? What you can do is get some cleaning products and clean your home and start there. Just because you don't have hand sanitizer doesn't mean that you can't touch things, So take that into precaution. If you're going to the stores, you don't need to buy 18 cases of toilet paper, okay? If you don't have shit paper, it's not going to be the end of the world, okay? Save some for everybody else because other people need it too, okay? Don't run on the stores and take all their toilet paper, okay? Just take what you need. If you're looking to stock up on food, fresh food is not typically what you want to get, okay? You want to get canned food because it lasts longer. Fresh food will spoil after about a maximum of probably 14 days. So if you're looking for, longer term food storage or food options, what else can you do? Limit your exposure to public areas. In Illinois, the governor made a restriction on places that can hold 250 people or more to close down. 1,000 people, it's been mandated that they cannot operate. 250 people or more, it's suggested that you don't hang out in these areas. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. They canceled the St. Patrick's Day parade, which is probably a good idea because there's just going to be a ton of people around, and you don't want to get the virus. I fought off strep throat and the flu last week, both of them combined, and that wasn't fun. So you definitely don't want to get COVID-19 if you can't. Now, that being said, there is a large demographic of people 50 and older that are contracting the disease and having the hardest time with it. Okay. There have been other cases from people from 30 to about 80 years old. Okay. And the mortality rate seems to go higher the older you get. So if you are 50 and older, or you have people that are with you, that live with you, that are 50 and older, you want to look out for these people. Okay. You want to make sure that they aren't being exposed to this, because I'm 37 years old. Okay. So the chances of me getting it and recovering from it are really high. Okay. But my mother's in her 60s, and my in-laws are in their 70s. So just because I can fight it off doesn't mean that they can fight it off. So if I'm carrying it and I give it to them, it's on me that I did that. So me personally, I don't want to be in these areas or get this disease and pass it off to somebody, that I care about. So that's something to take into consideration on what you're doing and where you're going, because it's not just about you. It's about the people around you and who you can, pass it off to. So, take these things into consideration. I just want people to be careful and to be vigilant and to be, and keep their head on the swivel on what they're doing and where they're going and being mindful, because, it's not just about us. It's about the people that we care about and the other people in our lives that we could possibly, give the disease to. So remember, wash your hands, clean your countertops, clean your living areas with disinfectant, clean your work areas with disinfectant. If you are going to work, there are work places that are closing down. A lot of places are closing down, for cleaning and just closing down these public areas. So, be careful where you go, what you do, who you're with, what you touch, and just be vigilant. And if you are getting time off, be sure to enjoy that time with your family, and kind of kick back and take it for what it is. Get something good out of this, So that's what I got for you this week, guys. Be careful. I'll have an update for you next week, and take care of yourselves. This is Pre out.